Welcome, guys. Welcome to another stream. Sorry for a slight delay there. It's just because I was actually dog walking and I recorded it, live streamed it, and for some reason, Streamlabs decided to not do that at all. It decided to spam about 6 copies of the live stream pre-stream instead of actually doing the live stream. But that's okay. Let me open up the chat here. I'll switch the screen here in just a second, guys. Okay, just let me switch it over. So W's, everyone. Thank you for all your support recently as well. I need to get this open. Just 1 second and we'll start. Okay, I'll put the screen on as well. Yes, we've still got Letty's score. Don't worry, we'll fix that up. Just give me a sec. We got Palmeiras. It's just me, so I got a lot of stuff to do by myself. If we have a team in the future, this obviously will be easier, but currently, yeah. And it's just me. Okay, we'll go for a nice green colour for Palmeiras, and for Porto we'll go for a blue. Scores is reset. That's 45 minutes. And the scoreline is 0-0. Logos we'll get into. Okay. And we can go and refresh that on 1 second, guys. W's, welcome to the stream, everyone, as well. Hope everyone's having a nice day. And yeah, so currently the match is 1 minute 40 minutes in. 1 minute 40, sorry. And currently it is Porto who has the ball here. We'll read the lineups any second now, guys. Just get this open. Sheesh, a lot of stuff to do, you know. But W's, everyone. Hope everyone's having a nice day as well. Here. Okay, got that open. There you go. And comment down your score predictions too in the chat as well, guys. Comment those down. Let's get this. We're also streaming Botafogo versus Seattle Sounders. I'll have more time to prepare for that one, luckily, because they are quite far away each match, which is good. But yeah, this one we going right in. We'll put Cristiano here next to us too. Cristiano there. Palmeiras has Diogo Costa's actually with the ball right now, so he's going to play this out. Play this outside here on the left side. Key players for me, probably Pepe. Pepe for Porto, and we also have Diogo Costa, two primary players, I feel like, especially in these sorts of matches. They're going to be showing up and trying to sort of determine the game here. Porto. Got Palmeiras logo on there, which is good. Just get Porto's one up on there as well. 1 second, guys. Porto. There we go. W's. W's, guys. Okay. So Porto versus Palmeiras. It's going to be a very entertaining match. I'm not going to lie. This one's going to be a big one. And I can turn my AC off too. Palmeiras with a throw-in. So let's see the lineups. So the lineup is for Palmeiras. We have Weverton in goal. We have Cerqueira, Cerqueira as the left back. Gomez is the centre back. And right back is Guille. Then we have the right wing back, which is Anderson, Rios Moreno in the midfield. And then Piquerez in the left wing back. Mauricio and Esteval are the both forwards. And Roque is the striker. Esteval, big player. He's going to have a big impact for Palmeiras. And here we go. There's actually sort of a bit of a defensive hustle here for Porto, and they actually do clear the ball, which is a huge W. They need to protect there, nice and easy. And W's Porto for that one. And Diogo Costa now, who is not in the goal, actually, because we're now reading the Porto lineup, and it's Ramos in goal. Fernandes, Pedro, and Marcano in the centre-back positions. Then we have Mario Varela, Viega, and Mora in the midfield. And that is Gabriel Viega, which is actually from Ahli in Saudi Arabia. New signing. Vieira in the forward and Mora. And then Agueroa in the striker position. So Pepe and Diogo Costa are missing from this lineup. I assume Pepe is going to be a substitution, but I feel like that Porto saw playing a much weaker squad against Palmeiras, which I don't think is that great of an idea, because Palmeiras is a pretty good club. Not going to lie, they are pretty good. So I don't think it's that great of an idea to play such a weaker team, you know. But here, anyway, Porto out the backside here. That was Marcano passing the ball forward to the centre-back, which reclaims from Palmeiras. Gomez, nice reclaim there. And Aguenoa has been sort of injured in a little bit of a tussle there. Abel Ferreira is the coach for Palmeiras, and the coach for Porto is Anselmi, which both have been doing okay jobs. I think Ferreira has sort of a more advantageous job here at Palmeiras, whereas Anselmi didn't really have that much of a successful season at Porto, coming third in the league. Benfica and Sporting coming over, which is not that great, especially in Porto's perspective. The most successful Portuguese club. One of the most, I should say, along with Benfica and Sporting. But like letting those come forward, you know, above Porto isn't what they want. Throwing from Porto does go loose there. That was Mora giving a loose ball, and now it is Anderson who wins a throw-in for Palmeiras. Honestly, if anyone has their prediction, drop them in the comments right now, guys, so we can see what they are. We're actually, the clock's slightly behind here. I'll just skip it up to the same time. There we go. So now we got in the centre-back position, Gomez holding the ball here, passing it around to Sequeira. Sequeira with the ball now. Piquez. Gomez. Moreno. Gomez. Sequeira. Palmeiras just trying to build up a little bit of possession here, honestly. I think that's a good idea. Can't lie. That is going to be a good idea for Palmeiras, especially against the attacking unit of Porto. Fortunately, don't have a Porto or Palmeiras shirt. My brother actually has a Porto shirt. I don't. Yeah. Let me know as well, guys, what shirt I should get. Should I get Palmeiras or should I get Porto shirt? In the chat right now. Mosquito just flying by. There's going to be a... I think that's going to be a free kick for Porto. Yeah, I think that is going to be one right there. Esteval just doing a little bit too much there. The referee didn't really like that one. It's actually a throw-in given. And it's now Mora with the ball. Mora. Now gives it away to Palmeiras, who are on an attack here. This is Moreno with the ball now. Crosses in, and it's going wide here. Porto do clear that. Marcano does a nice clearance there, and it's now a throw-in for Palmeiras. That was a good attack there by Palmeiras, honestly. Very just sort of testing the waters against Porto. Something that they really do need to try and do. And also, if you guys are wondering, that is indeed my dog in the back. Smash like for Speedy. Smash subscribe for Speedy. You know, if you subscribe, your name will appear there, which is huge W's. Okay, Palmeiras with the ball here. This is Sequeira. Piquez. Sequeira. Moreno. Guille. That's going to be passed to Anderson, who loses the ball. Fouls in the process. Actually, is a card coming out here for Anderson. I think that foul's on Mora. Could be Vega. Let's see, have a look here. That is a poor refereeing decision there for Anderson getting a yellow card. Doesn't really actually foul too badly. Yeah, it's Gabby Vega, who he draws the foul on. Poor decision from the referee. Poor decision from the referee right there. Ramos. Now this is Porto on an attack here. Mora. Long ball coming through, and that's just intercepted nice and easily by Sequeira, who passes the ball down the field. However, Porto do regain that one. This is Yao Mario. goes out there by Mario. Just kicks that one out. A little bit too harsh. Fernandez. Pedro. Fernandez once again. Palmeiras doing some nice little press there. Definitely both teams seem a little bit active. We haven't really seen that in the Club World Cup yet. Both teams in a game feeling active. So far the 4 matches we've watched, all have really just been sort of out of balance, you know. And so I'm feeling these teams are really sort of balanced here almost. Esteval loses that one, and it goes all the way back to Gomez, who retains. There are 2 injuries in the box actually here. There is Mauricio, who is injured, and there is also, is that Pedro, I think? Oh, look, Esteval did a good job on getting that one back there. Could have done a little bit better. He does pass it to a Porto player. However, the Porto player does give that one away almost immediately, and then there is a collision, yeah. And that is actually Rios and Fernandez who have collided here. Palmeiras were close to a goal there. Originally, a nice shot from, is that Esteval? Yeah, brilliant shot from him originally. Actually almost scores the opener. However, yeah, Porto are holding on. I'm surprised Diogo Costa actually isn't playing. I think it might be, yeah, he is injured. So he'll come back late June. So he should come back during the campaign. But yeah, at the moment, Costa is injured. I'm surprised Pepe's not playing, though. I really would have thought he would. Hi, Nirojan. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And I hope I said your name right as well. This is now a bit of a cooling break at the moment. Palmeiras is just checking up on their little notebook here, just on how to sort of get through that Porto defense, because Porto's defense has been pretty decent. Ramos now ready to take this free kick here inside of the box. Here we go. Ramos. See what he does. Is he going to play this long? I think he might play it short. I don't know. Okay, he is going to play this one long. Goes all the way down to Agawahoa, which I hopefully pronounced right. I guarantee you I didn't. And that is just intercepted easily by Sequeira. Back to Weverton. Now to Gay. Anderson. Esteval. And lost by Anderson. Now Porto have a little bit of a break here with Mora on the side here. Crosses it in, but it's cleared away by Palmeiras. However, Porto do regains position. Mora does a nice skill there. However, loses it once again. Okay, this is getting a bit sloppy because Palmeiras have lost it in the box. Mora takes a shot, and that is just wide. Oh, that was close to being the opener as well. Again, 2 close goals. Almost there, you know. Still 0-0. I don't know how it is. Porto really close to getting that one there. That is insane how close that was. Have a look at this again. And Mora, just a brilliant shot, just brushing past the left post there. But it's no goal at the moment. Going to be a goal kick for Palmeiras. Weverton passes out to Gomez, who passes it to his colleague Sequeira. Now it's Piquerez. Piquerez to Mauricio, who is held down. However, the referee gives a free kick. That was a poor play there by number 52, Fernandez. Wasn't that great. Looks like that Mauricio takes his free kick, just passes it back to Sequeira. And now is Gomez. Gay. Gay pressured heavily by Mora, who actually wins it back for Porto. And now it's Agawahoa with the ball. And Weverton does collect that one nicely. Long ball forward by, I think that was Sequeira to Piquerez. However, Piquerez does not get that one. And it is a foul instead on Mauricio, because that long ball does bounce slightly, and it looks like that someone, number 22, Varela, does kick Piquerez. Or no, it's not. Let's see who that is. It looks like it actually might be Fernandez who gets this one. Yeah, Fernandez does get this yellow card here. Booked straight away. And now it will be a free kick for Palmeiras, who have just played it quickly back to Guille. Anderson there, nice, beautiful pass. Estevao here with the ball. Key player for Palmeiras. He's going to be extremely key. And now it goes over to Anderson, crosses it in. And that is headed, tried by Rios, and it's now a Palmeiras throw-in after a deflection from Marcano. That is Gomez. Secreira. Picares. Secreira. Here. Gomez. Guille. So it looks like at the moment that Palmeiras have 59% possession, Porto 36% possession, and 8% neutral possession in this match so far. That was a nice long ball by Mora to Agahoa, who is the ball still. Nice skill, tries to get through, and that's going to be a free kick. Foul by Guille and Anderson, both committing on the same guy a foul. Make sure to drop your predictions down below, guys. Let me know who you're thinking in the chat. Also respond to every chat message as well. So if you chat with me, no problem. So that, yeah, clear foul on Agahoa by Guille and Anderson. And looks who's going to be taking this free kick. It looks like Vieira or Gabby Veiga could be taking this one. Really just depends on what the set-piece coach has said for Porto to really do here. Fabio Vieira is also lined up for this, so we'll see. We will see. Key target for the box, I think, is going to be Agahoa and Pedro, because they're both quite tall, muscular builds. Definitely going to be good for the header. So here we go. Who's going to be taking this one? And it was actually number 22 took this, and that just is saved. Oh my goodness, that was close. That was close. That Porto header just going straight into the path of Weatherton, who tips that over. Bar there, literally going in between the bar, you know. So, nice little tip there. That header was done brilliantly by Fernandez, who, again, he was also on the list for characters that would be sort of key in this sort of Porto corner and free kick. There's actually a corner being taken here. This could be taken short. They do have two players on it. Okay. Gabriel Veiga is going to be taking this one. And here we go. He does not. He does a little dud. Fernandez takes that in. And it is cleared away by Palmeiras. However, Porto do win it back with a header. And it goes out for a throw-in for FC Porto. So still on the attack here, Porto. This is what they kind of need, because Palmeiras did have most dominance on the ball currently. But the Portuguese superstars do really need to get back into this game, you know, with a little bit more dominance. That's a hold straight on Agahoa. However, the referee does ignore that throw, went straight out for a goal kick. And Weverton will be taking this one. Takes it quickly to Guille. Anderson. And Estevao. Estevao just takes it out there. Varela does a nice job. Agahoa just pulled down there in that quick little throw-in. Again, another sort of foul that should really have been called by the referee. Did not. Estevao, nice little chip to Anderson there. Just lets the ball go loose towards the left back, Picares. Ball switch sides. And so as all of the players, there's no one really on the right side here. So Palmeiras might be interested in sort of sneaking this one up onto the right side. Estevao. And that is lost by Anderson there. That was not a good pass. Handball in the build-up. And now it's going to be a something. See what the referee decides. They've actually just called Agahoa Samu, so I'll be calling him that for now on. It says on his shirt. Porto do get a free kick. It was actually a handball by Palmeiras, even though Palmeiras were appealing for a handball for Porto. So Porto do get the free kick there. Now it's Ramos with the ball. Marcano. Ramos. Passes it to Fernandez. Mario. And this is now to Vieira. Samu loses the ball. It's now Palmeiras. It's going to be a 4v4. Palmeiras trying to find a little opening there, and it's deflected straight back. Now Gomez gives a nice long ball to Anderson. Anderson cross coming in. That is just wide of where the player Mauricio was standing. He was standing in sort of an optimum position almost. But yeah, now it's thrown for Palmeiras. Deflection from Porto. Quick throw and taken. Piqueres, Cerqueira. Gomez. Guille. Anderson. Back to Guille. Nice little 1-2. Back to Weverton. All the way back to the goalkeeper here. Now is Cerqueira. Piqueres. Find a little space there for Moreno. And that is a very deadly slide tackle there. That is an extremely deadly slide tackle committed by Moreno, it looks like. Could be a serious offense here. Don't know what the referee is going to decide. Referee's telling everyone to back off. That was a serious offense there by Moreno. I think the referee's just given a warning, but that is deadly. Yeah, he just goes in all studs straight into, I think that's Varela's leg. I think it was accidental, that's why it's just a warning, but yeah, that could have been a red card at any other point in the game. Had he have not already been warned, you know. And this is now Pedro here. Porto bringing it back here. Nice through ball by, who was that? Vega, I think. Mora now on the side here. Mora cuts in. Mora slips. And a free kick is taken. And Mora is on the ground here asking for a medic. I don't think it's too bad though. I think he just slipped and might have sprained his hand a little bit. Palmeiras are appealing, saying he dove. Could be a clear dive. Let's actually have a look here. Is this a dive? Mora. Just a nice chip there. Gozak. And yeah, dive. Straight up dives. Oh no. Nah, his hand is stood on there. Mora has got his hand stood on, should I say. And yeah, it looks like might have sprained it a little bit. Just getting it checked up by the doctor. And that is a big warning for Anderson, really, because he's already booked. And that would not be good for him to get another yellow, because that would be a red card pretty early on in the game. Guille's actually been given a drop ball, though, so I don't think the referee took it too seriously, but that is a bit dangerous, you know. It's not that great. Gomez passing out to Cerqueira. Gomez. Back to Weverton. Weverton passing it out to Guille. Anderson. Rios. Weverton. Gomez. Just passing around here. Just to open this little extra thing as well. Okay, there we go. Now we can see this. I just wanted to see some extra information about the match here. Any statistics, you know. W's, guys. Everyone who's watching as well. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, smash like if you like this sort of content, and because I really appreciate it. Stats here. So, 58% possession for Palmeiras, 42% for FC Porto. Then for expected goals, we had a 0.31 so far for Palmeiras, who are leading to a 0.21 to Porto. Both teams have had one shot only, 0 big chances. And both teams haven't had a shot on target either. The closest to a goal was Mora with that little header and regular play here. And there's actually a chance for Porto here. However, a bunch of players slip on the field there just as the chance goes through. And Palmeiras do regain possession. However, Porto actually go and steal it again. This is going in a bit of a scrappy game here where the ball is being lost continually. Free kick for Porto. Palmeiras do commit a foul here. Referee is getting a bit frustrated with the Palmeiras players continually complaining whenever there is a free kick. And clear free kick, honestly, for Porto. Just pulled down there. Number 8. Rios. Now it is going to be a free kick for Porto. Weverton is talking to the team. Okay, here we go. Porto is going to be taking this one. Looks like it might be Varela again. I think it's Varela who's going to be taking this. Here we go. Okay, it's not. It is going to be instead someone else. And that is a beautiful chance missed by Porto there. Beautiful chance. That was close. The goalkeeper just appealing something to the referee. I don't know what it is. But nothing happens from that. That is kind of weird. He really appealed something when it's a goal kick. "27 minutes in now, guys. That's actually pretty insane so far. 0 goals. Again, hopefully this is 0-0 like the first match originally in the Club World Cup. We had a couple of bangers there before Auckland, and we had the match with Atleti and PSG. PSG did an absolute great job on that match, and so did Bayern against Auckland City. But yeah, that 0-0 into Miami versus Al Ahly was not good. Also, guys, sorry if I yawn because it is 1:30 a.m. here for me. And long ball goes in. Estevao skilling 3 players and doesn't get through. Luckily, Gueye retains. But Mora collects that one nicely from a poor touch by Gueye. Mora switches sides to the right side here. Now is Mario on the ball. Now Mario passes to Vieira. Now it is Pedro. Back to Mora. Now it is number 17 for Porto, who clears it out. It's now a corner for FC Porto. Brilliant from Porto there. Nice coming forward. Nice defense from Palmeiras. Like, nice tight defense, you know. Something you definitely want to see. That is going to be a corner. W's. And now, who will be taking this corner for FC Porto? We're about to see. Taking this corner, either Gabby Vega or Vieira. Target again. Samu will be a big target for this corner here. Here we go. Varela actually might be taking this one. No, Gabby Vega sends this one in. Headed away by Palmeiras. However, Porto do regain possession with Mora on the edge. Mora cutting in, takes a shot. And that is deflected by Palmeiras out. However, Porto do again regain possession here. Now with Fernandes passes it out to Mario on the side here. Palmeiras do get that ball back there, and now it's a breakaway here for Palmeiras. It's a 3v5, and that ball by Estevao was very good, close to getting into the through all of the defense there. However, it didn't make it. So W defense from Porto. Did not make it there. "30 minutes in and 15 seconds. 15 minutes left, about. first third of the game complete. And it is now number 10 for Porto, which is Vieira. Back to Ramos. Ramos to Fernandez. Fernandez, nice through ball right there to Varela. Now is Mario. Through ball to Samu. Samu tries to give that ball nicely to Mario, which he does successfully, but Mario gives it away. And now it's back to Ramos after a deflection from what seems like Roque. Does a poor deflection there. Porto just playing around at the back here a little bit more. This is more trying to bring it forward. Nice chip from him. Goes straight to the path of Weverton. So far, my player of the match. I know we're doing it quite early on. Mora seems to be player of the match to me. I have got the player of the match predictions correct every game in the first half, without the full game being played out. Astari in the first game for Inter Miami. Then I said for the Auckland versus Byron game, I said Olise. With his 2 goals to assist, but I said it even before the game even started. I said at least player of the match. Samuel actually wins the ball back here, and he's now going in the box. This is a chance, and Weverton does a nice deflection. However, it doesn't fully clear it, and this is going to be a... This is a penalty? I think this is a penalty for FC Porto against Samu. It looks like. Here we go. Let's have a look at this one. So Samu wins the deflection nice and easily here. Poor defense eventually from Palmeiras. Just gets through the whole thing. And then there's a small little Nash inside of the box here. Let's have a look here where the penalty could be decided. I think it might be a free kick, actually, for Palmeiras. We're about to see. Yeah, free kick for Palmeiras. Referee changed his decision there in the end. Roque has not been playing too well this game, I must say. But yeah, definitely, I feel like that. So I got Astari for the first game. I got Olise for the second game. For the PSG versus Atleti game, I did say Kvaratskhelia is the man of the match. Now, he did get down foot mob. However, instead, Vitinha did get voted the super player of the match or superior player of the match. I don't know what it's called now. I don't know what Club World Cup's calling it. But yeah, so Vitinha did win that one. So technically I was wrong, but technically I was right at the same time because Kvaratskhelia best stats, 2 assists, most chances created in the match, most big chances created until he got subbed off. And I really feel like he could have contributed more if he stayed on. But this match, I'm already thinking that Mora is going to be player of the match here. Either him or Esteval, but Mora definitely is looking very, very good in this match. Very lively, creating most of the chances here. Samu's not doing that great, I must say. I would have expected more from the Porto striker. But yeah, if you guys have any predictions, drop them below. Any predictions, do let me know. And here is Anderson just getting a little bit of instructions from his coach. So a win here by either team will see that team being placed at the top of the group with 3 points, and the other team being placed last with 0 points, because Inter Miami and Ahly both got 1 point for their 0-0 draw on the opening match day 1, which was now yesterday technically. But yeah, so Palmeiras and Porto, very important game here to try and get the 3 points, because this will really sort of partially determine who's getting through. Because it really puts you on an early lead here with 3 points, and then going into another game, I mean, it's all the points really you need in the start. Sort of safety for the first couple of rounds. In the group stage, you have a first safety for the first 2 rounds, I think. So going into the next game, say another team gets 3 points, you'll still be in second clearly with a 4-3. That's if you don't get points yourself. And then the next round, I mean, it's very unlikely that either Palmeiras or Porto will be getting no points in 2 rounds, let's be honest. So yeah, that's just my opinions here. Definitely important that they do get the points when they need. Long ball by Ramos just goes straight to Weatherton. Goalie to goalie there. Gomez. Passing to Anderson. Nice through ball by Anderson, trying to reach Esteval. Doesn't do so. And this is a Palmeiras very strong attack here. Mauricio does fail to reach that pass. That was a very strong attack. Mora tries to win this one. However, Palmeiras do get the best of this. And that is going to be a free kick for Palmeiras. Mora just arguing with some of his teammates here. But yeah, because it seems like they collided themselves in that play. Palmeiras fans are filled in this stadium. There are so many here. Definitely, I feel like the stadiums today have been more jam-packed. Inter Miami Ahli's stadium was the least packed out of all the games so far. And Bayern versus Auckland, that was really... both were pretty much empty, those two. But the Palmeiras and Porto games are looking absolute. The stadium feels full. Mostly Palmeiras fans. There are a lot of Porto fans too, I have to say. But yeah, definitely Brazilian heritage inside of this stadium here. A ton of fans. So W's to the Palmeiras fans. You just continually see them on the camera here inside of this FIFA Club World Cup stadium in the USA. Ramos does a nice pass to Fernandez, who just lobs it down the field here. Samu, nice hold-up play as he receives that lob, and it's now João Mario passing to Varela. Loses the ball, and it's a free kick for Porto. Looks like a medic might come on the field again. Referee is pausing the game to check for a medic. Both teams are diving quite a fair bit, I have to say, in this game. They are diving a lot amount of time. So yeah, definitely would say that both teams are sort of inciting referee gameplay here, much more than the other teams so far in this tournament. Porto now with the ball. Playing it through nicely to Mora in the midfield. Lose it. Palmeiras trying to go on the breakaway. However, there is given a free kick for Palmeiras. I think it's advantage lost by Palmeiras. We're about to see here if that's the case. Yes, it is. Quick free kick taken, actually. Now this is Anderson with the ball. Yay. Gay tries to get a nice pass across there. However, he fails to do so. Porto just lift this ball down the field to try to reach Mora. However, Palmeiras intercept this one. And the Gomez does do a brilliant job in getting rid of that one. Esteval to Roque, who passes the ball backwards. Now it's on the left wing here. Mauricio. Cross coming in there, and that is cleared away. This is Palmeiras' first corner of the game. Second corner of the game. Sorry, they actually had one before. Second corner of the game. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying, I appreciate if you guys subscribed. It would really help out the channel a ton. But otherwise, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this content as well. I do try my hardest. And W's, everyone. Let me know as well your favorite team in this match too. Let's go actually check the votes here. So Palmeiras is currently losing on the votes 38%. Porto is winning 62%, which is insane. So W's Porto fans in the comments, you know. I wish I had a Porto shirt. I don't. And obviously I do like Palmeiras as well. I love Brazilian football clubs. The origin of football, you know. Like technically the flair and the skills. So it's just love everywhere. I feel like this match is going to be a big sort of Portuguese derby. Really, I feel like. Nice play there by Porto. That was insane. Mora just losing the ball there. That really should have been a foul. However, it's not given. And play continues. This is Palmeiras on a breakaway here. This is Roque, it looks like. Takes a shot, and Palmeiras just missed slightly. That was close to being a goal there. Esteval did take that shot brilliantly. after receiving that brilliant ball there by, I think Roque does that pass. Brilliant ball. And Esteval really should have finished there. Just goes too wide on the left side. Really should have brung that one more back around there. Oh, it's actually defended. Okay. It was defended. Defended by Fernandez. Okay, so it is a corner. Esteval did do a good job. Can't help the little tap there at the end for deflecting that one out there. But W defense from Porto. That is insane. Here we go. Anderson will be taking this one. Here we go. Corner coming in. Going far post. Punched away by Ramos. And this is just going to be collected nicely by Piquerez. And Soqueira taps that one straight across. And it goes out for a goal kick for Porto. That cross just went too far over the edge there. Goal kick. Let's go. 41st minute, only 4 minutes left of regular time. We are also streaming every Club World Cup match as well, guys. Every single one live. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Best way to do that is subscribe. Otherwise, yeah. Let's continue on this match here. Goalkeeper is actually being told by the referee to sort of speed up the play here because he's kind of withholding the ball, which is a bit unnecessary. I don't know why Ramos is doing that. Just gives it all the way down the field anyway. Weatherton here. Just going to lob that back too. Optimum for Palmeiras really is to sort of get that nice clean sheet going into the second half here. Definitely will be beneficial for them, especially since Porto will be making some strong substitutions in the second half. And here we have Palmeiras open. Oh, that was close to opening up right there, Porto. Roque ready to receive a pass. However, the pass just gets intercepted nicely by Pedro there. Nice, easy interception by him. Piquerez does win a throw-in for Palmeiras. Taken quickly to Soqueira. Soqueira with the ball. Back to Gomez. Yay. Anderson. Gomez. Soqueira. That is Piquerez. Soqueira. Gomez. Guille. Gomez. Long ball coming down the field here. Trying to reach Anderson. Does not do anything. And there's a nice header there by Rios. However, a foul is given by sort of pushing down Varela's head. That is definitely a foul. And it's going to be a free kick for Porto here for this match. Porto taking a quick ball there, just passing back. Now it is Ramos. Marcano. Mora getting ready to receive. Does not. Passes instead to Vega. And that just loses itself to Soqueira. Now it's Gomez. Anderson. Anderson bringing the ball up the field here. Actually doing well. And is pulled back by Porto. And that's going to be a free kick for Palmeiras in the attacking half. Gabby Vega does a pretty poor foul. Can't lie. There's actually a pretty poor foul against him. Almost halftime here. Almost halftime. We'll see how much extra time there is at around 10 seconds away. 5 seconds now. 3 minutes additional. That is how much time will be added onto the clock here. We have just reached 45 minutes. So we'll add the 3 minutes additional starting now. We'll just speed up the clock to about where the official clock is. There we go. 3 minutes additional time. And Ramos just kicks the ball out there. It's now a throw in for Porto. He actually must have got a deflection. I saw him kick it out, deflected out by Porto. Palmeiras it must have been. Porto just passing around the back here. 0-0 at halftime. This is the same as the Inter Miami Ali game. There was a lot of sort of plays here. Here's a play though. Mora charging upfield. A skill pass 1, skill pass 2, does not get past 3. And now it's Palmeiras' turn. It's a 2v2. 2v2 here for Palmeiras. Trying to find open space. They do so. And now, here we go. Palmeiras finding a pass here. Roque crosses in, and it's almost a goal. It's a double save. Here we go, Palmeiras. Another shot. It's saved off the line. Holy goodness. A triple save there. And it's going to be a free kick for Palmeiras. What in the world was that? It was a triple save. A save after a save after a save. So the initial one, goalkeeper gets pushed straight back into the goal there. Brilliant ball there by Anderson, it looked like. Go for a second save. That is completely just deflected out by the goalkeeper. Third, deflected by the player. And then it goes backwards. And then the foul by Samu just absolutely shoves him down. What is that on earth? Ramos. Really class by him. Well done, Ramos. You have done great for your team here. Samu doesn't understand how this is a free kick as well. But what a triple save that was. Ramos, player of the match. Possibly now. Instead of Mora. Who knows. Ramos did amazing then. His name on this shirt as well is Claudio. But we'll call him Ramos because it is what it is on FootMob. Triple save. Finest I've ever seen as well. That was insane. Insane triple save there, guys. Insane triple save. It's actually crazy. Looks like that Mauricio will be taking. Waiting for the ball here. Mauricio. And that is just close to the goal. Holy, that was a good free kick there. And it was actually Piqueres who took. Mauricio must have traded the shot with him because he looked lined up to take it. But yeah, Piqueres does instead. Ooh. Crossbars there. Let's pretend that's like the post corner there. And just flies past next to it. It's like there, you know, right next to it. So there's like the post. Goes right next to it there. Insane. And that is halftime, guys. What an insane first half. I can't lie. I'm actually really excited for the second half here. Hopefully, there is a lot of goals in the second half. We'd love to see you've got football here with a lot of goals. So, that would be a huge W. Let's go and set the timer up already for halftime. We'll set up 45 minutes there. Still can't believe it's not already like a goal here. Otherwise, guys, yeah, halftime. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask. Just going to quickly check, make sure all of the things on my phone are all good because I'm running some stream programs on here, which is all good. Okay, let's just make sure. W's. Okay, you guys can ask me any questions if you like. Otherwise, we'll wait for halftime here, you know. Waiting around for halftime. What a save, by the way. That was insane. Insane save. What a save. I can't believe that, actually. Insanity at its finest there. That on the line, double save. Brilliant, you know. Brilliant. Let's go back to this here. W's, guys. I'll just put it in the Be Right Back screen while I get some more, okay? And we'll be back when the second half starts. W's, let's go. Okay, guys, we are back. Okay, welcome back. There's about 5 minutes until the next half. So, we'll go and, first of all, refresh the page there with the footballs on. Your W's. We're back, guys. Appreciate all you guys tuning in as well. Appreciate it. Okay, let's go to this. Okay, here we go. We can have a look at the stats there. Speedy's just sleeping behind me. So, so far, Palmeiras has 52% possession. Porto 48%. I'm actually very surprised by that. I really thought Porto would have been dominating, but yeah, Palmeiras is instead. Then we have 3 shots on target to 3 for both teams. 7 shots in total for both teams as well. 13 fouls committed by Palmeiras, 8 by Porto. 1 yellow card for each side, 0 red cards. 1 corner for Palmeiras, 2 for Porto, and 1 offside for Palmeiras, 0 for Porto. That is interesting there. You guys can let me know your predictions. Otherwise, we can check the polls as well now. So far, 50% each Palmeiras and 50% for Porto. So that's pretty cool. I think, yeah, possibly could be a draw, you know. It's correct. Definitely, I'm feeling maybe a 1-1 here. Could be a 0-0. Who knows? Only the game of football can tell us. So here we go. Palmeiras' lineup is still going to be the same going into this next half, I predict. I feel like they're not going to really make too many changes. I guess the one player they could maybe take off is maybe Anderson. I know he's got a lot of going for him. Like, he's been doing really well. I feel like he's not been doing, like, excelling. Rios has been doing pretty good. Roque's also been ghosting quite a lot, so I wouldn't really play him anymore. Maybe try something different up forward. Put Esteval in striker and then bring in a new cam. For Porto, someone I would take off is definitely João Mario. He's not been doing too well. I'll put Pepe on instead. Remove Fernandes as well. Maybe play Perez or Otavio. I feel like maybe Otavio because he's actually pretty good. Pretty decent for the Portugal national team. But yeah, that's my predictions anyway, guys. For the changes that are going to be made. I do think Otavio most likely will be the main change that's going to happen because Porto do need a better defensive structure here. They've been getting slipped through here by Palmeiras. So yeah, definitely defense is key in this match. 3 minutes left until the second half. 3 minutes. Just about. Got Cristiano here with me. And can't wait, honestly. Can't wait to see what this brings us here. Can't wait to see what this brings us today. And obviously the next game, Botafogo versus Seattle Sounders. I do predict Botafogo will win that one nice and easily. But you never know. The MLS teams could pull through, but I don't think it's going to be possible, unfortunately. So far for the table as well, Porto will remain on top with 1 point. Palmeiras will be second with 1 point. Ali will be third with 1 point, and Inter Miami will be fourth with 1 point. Now, the next match Porto will play is Inter Miami. Palmeiras will next play Ali, and I feel like that Porto will get a nice, easy win against Inter Miami, so I can see easily a, if this is a draw as it stands, a 4-point lead for Porto. Palmeiras against Ali, I'm not too sure who will win that one. So it could go either way, really. So I'm going to say possibly Porto will be seeing by next week that Porto will be leading this group nice and easily with quite a fair bit of a lead. Now, something to kill momentum is sort of Porto scoring early here. I feel like that's going to really sort of add some momentum into this. So I feel like Porto do get an early goal. It's going to be almost beneficial for them. So they'll use Porto if they can. Waiting just a little bit longer till the next half. Waiting 1 more minute till the next half begins, and then we can see who's going to take this W in the next half here. Appreciate all you guys liking up as well. I appreciate that. Just waiting around. I really need to get a Porto or Palmeiras kit. Or an Atleti kit. Don't even know why I'm still wearing this kit, you know. You know, I'm going to change it. I'm changing this kit. I'll be like here off cam changing it. Let's wear the Inter kit. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We'll wear the Inter kit, you know. Inter. Get that trash out of my way. Atleti. Only winning it for that game. Not going to wear Atletico Madrid kit anymore as a Madrid fan. My dog just hopped off the bed there as well. Okay, second half is going to be starting here. This Inter kit actually feels so nice, by the way. I love the Inter kit. It's really good. Highly recommend if you guys haven't got one to drop and get one from your Nike store. Nike, right there. Weatherton is getting ready for his goalkeeping masterclass in the second half. I can feel it. Nice and easy defense we need from both sides, you know. Goals will be sort of the optimum for a neutral fan as like us. So we'll be hoping for a couple of goals here. Hopefully it's not a 0-0 draw because Group A will be otherwise extremely boring. Both games in Group A are a 0-0, which isn't that fun. Halftime is over officially now. The players are all lined up here and the match is about to start. Let's go get up the chat here again on my mobile so I can see. There we go. And here we go. Porto is ready. Stretching up. Palmeiras will be taking the kickoff for the second half here. And I'll get ready to start the timer so we can continue. Waiting just on the referee here for this decision. Don't think any changes have been made. No, they haven't. No changes have been made. And referee has called. There we go. Second half has started here. W's Palmeiras. Second half has started. Palmeiras versus Porto. 45 minutes in. Let's go. So already now Porto with the ball at the back left here. Just giving it to Ramos, who's going to clear that down the field to Guille from Palmeiras, who has just headed that forward to try and receive to one of his teammates, Rios or Moreno. However, both don't receive. Instead, it goes all the way down to Murillo and Piquerez. Just passing it between each other here. Mauricio. Piquerez. Murillo. Gomez. Lineups continue to be the same. Gomez leading the Palmeiras side as the captain. This is now Anderson here. Tries to get a nice through ball over to Esteval. Fails to do so. Instead, Porto just slingshot that ball down the field. And Palmeiras headed that out. That was Guille headering it out there. Now it is Porto's turn. This is Pedro. Fernandez. Murillo. Oh, sorry, Mario. My bad. Mario. Back to Fernandez. Mario. Vega. Fernandez. Ramos. Gives it away. Porto now on an attack here. This is going to be close, and Porto do manage to clear that a little bit. There's a shot from far out of the box, and that one is not great from Marino. He just tries to take the shot there a little bit too heavy touched. Goes for a low-driven shot. Really should have gone for a more powerful aerial shot there, but that's not the case. This is now Varela with the ball. Now passed to here, Viega. Back to Varela, takes a shot, and that's saved by Weatherton. Brilliant save. It's a corner for Porto. That was very close for Varela and his team there. Weatherton, brilliant save. And it's going to be a corner for FC Porto. And it looks like that Mora will be taking the corner. Number 86 Mora, that is, not 74 Mora. Samu is the target for this, I assume. Definitely been on point in these set pieces, but not so much in the build-up play of Porto. I feel like Porto do need to focus on getting a striker maybe in the transfer season, because, yeah, Samu isn't doing it too well in this game so far. I don't really watch Porto, but, yeah, it seems like just from this game, really. Mora tries to get that chance, and Palmeiras just clear that down the field. Anderson there, brilliant clearance, straight to Pedro. Fernandez. Macano. Fernandez. Pedro. Fernandez. Mario. Cutting through. Two players cuts through. Now there's a quick pass by Varela to Vieira. And they lose it. Now it's Porto on a breakaway here. This is Roque. Does a brilliant bridge skill. And it's now Roque on a 3v1 here. Roque brings it to the left corner flag. Tries to get around. And that is a foul there on Roque. And you can actually see the new laid lawn in this stadium. Because I know that they usually use turf in the American stadiums for the NFL. But yeah, new laid lawn here. You can actually see the lawn isn't fully settled in. It's tried to settle in here, but yeah, it's not that great. I mean, hopefully they keep this for the World Cup so then the lawn can really get nice and textured inside. But yeah, you can actually see the individual lawn cubes that they've placed on this field here. Palmeiras will be taking this free kick. Anderson will be taken. Targets for in the box will be Roque and Mauricio. I can also see Gomez being a key target for Palmeiras here. Ball comes in and that is punched away by Ramos. Nice touch by Gay. Just passes it around the back here. This is now Piqueres. Launches the ball to Anderson, who launches that through. Esteval now with the ball here. Just a very heavy touch from Esteval. He actually does manage to win it off a deflection. Anderson cuts that back in. And Palmeiras are cleared the ball by Porto. They have won it outside the box here again. Ball coming flying in here. Anderson tries to keep that in. That is going to be a goal kick, it looks like. That was a nice ball by Rios. However, it didn't go to plan there. Definitely too far of a ball for really these guys to worry about. Anderson here and Esteval. Porto playing out from the back here. Mario to Vega. Vega passes that through nicely to Mora. Mora passes back to Vieira. Marcano. Vieira. Still with the ball, Vieira passes it to Fernandez. Fernandez finds Vega. Porto try and header that down, and that's just cleared away nice and easily by Murillo. It's now a Porto corner, it looks like. Is it going to be? I don't know. Rios looks like he deflected that one out for a corner. The shot coming in from Varela, it looks like. This is the MetLife Stadium as well, which is where the final is going to be hosted for both the FIFA World Cup and the Club World Cup. Brilliant stadium, the MetLife Stadium is. Definitely looks amazing. And Varela will be taking this corner. Varela crosses that one in deep. And the header just goes over the bar there. That was close by Fernandez. Really close, in fact. Almost a goal. However, he doesn't get that one on target there. Unfortunately. Still a 0-0 in this game. And we're 52 minutes in now. Now 53 minutes. Palmeiras fans, again, filling most of the stadium, actually. Most of the stadium is just Palmeiras fans, which is very funny. Porto, minimal fans here. Palmeiras actually have brought all of Tifos inside this stadium as well. A lot of Tifos. Bring in the real Brazilian samba into this stadium. It's now Murillo with the ball. Pass it to Gomez. Anderson, Rios, Gomez, Murillo. Piqueres. Overlap by Moreno back to the left centre-back position. This is Gay, Anderson. Through ball to Rios. Rios goes and finds Murillo in the left centre-back position. Piqueres. Mariciano. Estevao. Murillo. Gomez. Guille. Guille just holding the ball here. Back to Everton. Everton passes to Murillo. Back to Everton. Another 1-2 there. Everton actually under heavy pressure. Samu actually does almost win that one, and that is going to go out for a Palmeiras throw-in. That was a nice little win there almost by Samu. Unfortunately, doesn't get the right touch he needed, and then Everton just exploited that by kicking the ball straight out from him to win a throw-in. He's actually gone and booted the ball down the field here after receiving that throw-in there. Porto on a break. Porto cross coming in. Samu just doesn't reach that one. That was so close to being a goal there. Weatherton again clutching up for his team. Turning to Prime Yashin for that little save there. And Esteval's now having a breakaway on the left side here. Palmeiras can have a chance to score. Esteval, nice back heel. Misses his teammate, actually. I don't think his teammate was really expecting that one. But Esteval on another wavelength of smartness there. Ball knowledge is really high for him. Esteval almost does win the little tackle there, and that is going to be a throw-in for Porto because he does actually stand on Fernandez's leg. It looks like. Yes, Fernandez's leg is stood on by Esteval. Let's have a look at the referee cam for this one. Yeah, it's a stand-on. It's been stand on, unfortunately, for Porto. "56 minutes into this game, and it's going to be a free kick for Porto. Ramos just inside the box there, gives a nice little dink down the field, and Samu does receive the ball. However, this is going to be a free kick for Porto. He's pulled straight down from that receival. Gomez, the one that has been fined for this. Poor from Gomez, really. He's not the type to really do that sort of stuff. He's actually been doing cleanly defensively this game. But yeah, he has committed a foul there. Porto ready for this one. Looks like that Piqueres will be taking this free kick. It's quite a long free kick, actually. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just plays this. I don't think he'll cross it in. We'll have to see. This one actually might be crossed in here. Here we go. Piqueres crosses this ball deep. And cleared away. Sorry, my bad. I actually called Varela Piqueres. Sorry, my bad. As Porto's free kick. Yeah, Varela crossed that deep. My bad. Sorry, guys. Had the wrong stats on there. Okay, now this is Fernandez. Mario. Now, here's the number 22 we were talking about there. Piqueres is not going to be marking on this left side. He's actually dropped into a nice centre-back position almost. Full centre-back, really. There, this is Pedro. Fernandez. Ramos. Lobs the ball down the field. Samu trying to get to the edge of this one. Nice chest control there from Samu. Passes on to his Varela, number 22. And now it's Samu again. Tries to get that one and unfortunately does not. Palmeiras do win this. Trying to play upfield to Esteval. The ball does not reach him. The ball does not reach Esteval, and that is going to be a throw-in for Palmeiras. Brilliantly won by, who is that? Number 7, Anderson there. Rios also for the sort of supply from that ball there as well. And this is going to go back, right back to Gomez here. Murillo. Piqueres. Moreno. Murillo. Moreno again. 60th minute now, guys. Only 30 minutes left. 2/3 of the game done here. And that goes out. This is going to be a throw-in for Palmeiras. Fans jump in the stands here. Going crazy. This is Gomez. Esteval with the ball. Passes to Moreno. Esteval receives the ball. This is actually a good chance here. However, it is pocketed by Fernandez. Brilliant pocket there of Esteval. Doesn't let him receive the ball. Doesn't let him touch it. And he has been nicely sort of prevented from scoring there. Porto is actually winning the vote 52% to Palmeiras 48%. I still see it happening where Porto can win. But so far this game is looking like a 0-0. I'm not going to lie because the teams look pretty equally matched in this one. Something that we haven't really seen through this Club World Cup. Both each side have sort of been better than the other one by quite a fair bit. Maybe Inter Miami, Ali, you can argue. But the only problem is Ali is usually on paper a better side than Inter Miami. By far. Ali wins their championship nearly all the time in the Egyptian Premier League. Also the most decorated club in the Middle East and Africa. And yeah, that was a bit strange that they didn't really get a goal there. They should have really scored from their penalty, but did not. But yeah, now it is a free kick for Palmeiras. Looks like there's actually going to be a triple substitution for Palmeiras. So, coming on is no one yet because they just played this here. They're not actually going to allow the substitutions to come. Esteval. Quick ball trying to go through the whole box and doesn't do so. Now Porto have received this coming out the thing into transition. Coming out of the box in transition here. And Porto have won a free kick. This is going to be a yellow card for Palmeiras. Let's see who gets this one. I think it might be Gay. No, it isn't. It is the captain, number 15, Gomez, getting his yellow card. Let's have a look. Yeah, yellow card all day. All day yellow card. Just goes and slams straight into Mora right there. Instant slam. He knows he had to do that as well. He's having a little bit of a giggle about it. But it's exactly what he needed really to do that. There was nothing really much he could do else. Gustavo Gomez getting his yellow card there for Palmeiras. Sacrifice of the team to not allow that goal because that was almost a denial of a goal scoring opportunity. He's lucky that there was one other defender back to really warrant that as a yellow card. Porto trying to do a long ball here to Samu. Does receive. Passes it back to Mario. Mario passes all the way back to Pedro. Mercado. No, this is Mora. Mora, the other Mora. Chipped in. And that is on the volley hit by Varela. Sorry, Vieira. He's actually hit this one, sorry. And that was a close shot there. It did go quite wide. I'm surprised he really attempted that one. I really thought he would touch that. But yeah, on the volley here. And now this is Palmeiras substitutions coming on. There's actually a yellow card for Palmeiras coach just before the substitutes do come on. But here we go. Substitutions will occur now. So the first substitute is going to be, looks like R. Vega for Palmeiras is going to be coming on. Also, Palmeiras coach is still... He actually might get a red card here. Might get a red card. I'm not joking, guys. He's like going insane on the sideline here. He's going actually insane on the sideline. Yeah, we have to wait for the substitutions to occur now because the referee might be discussing a red card here for the Palmeiras coach. A little bit of a delay here. Actually, looks like as well the substitution board isn't occurring. Now, the only other time, here we go, it's working. So it looks like, first of all, for Palmeiras, that Anderson will be coming off, which we did predict in the halftime. Anderson will be coming off, and on will be coming our Victor. Oh, Paulinho is actually coming on here as well. So Paulinho. Estevao is coming off, which is interesting. Is Estevao coming off for Vega, and also looks like Alan is coming on, number 44. We got number 18 coming off, Mauricio, so Alan's coming on for him. We got Vega coming on, Rafael Vega, and we got Paulinho coming on. All pretty talented players for Palmeiras. I feel like that Paulinho is probably going to provide a little bit more of that midfield that we haven't been seeing with Palmeiras. They've sort of been just sort of shoving the ball up the field and praying that it goes. But yeah, they're going to be providing a lot more of the midfield. I'm surprised Estevao's actually been taken off. He's actually been performing decently in the second half so far. Maybe it's just a tiredness issue. And also they need him fit for some of the other matches in Group A, especially against Ahly, which play quite a defensive squad. And it's going to be another free kick here for Porto. Palmeiras again really frustrated with the referee here on his decisions. But, I mean, I haven't really seen too many issues with this referee this game. It's just that Palmeiras and Porto both are very, very diving teams. Actually, looks like Porto's making a substitution as well. Probably won't go through this round. Probably go through after the ball goes out next. And taking this free kick will be Vieira. Vieira getting ready to take. Here we go. Long ball coming in from Vieira, and that just headers wide. Goal kick. Might be an injury here, actually, on Gomez. Yeah, I think there's an injury here on Gomez a little bit. He has actually stood up. Don't think it's too bad. Let's have a look at this from the referee's cam. Yeah, he's just being trodden on his shoulder. And here's the substitution we have all been waiting for, actually. It is Pepe coming on for Vega. Pepe should have really been starting, in my opinion. Hi, Yazid. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Pepe is actually coming on, which is good. He's been brilliant for Porto this season. Brilliant, as always. And he will probably change the game now for Porto. And hope you're doing well, Yazid. Appreciate you for tuning in here. And we got... Now, Porto just having a defensive clearance there. Palmeiras do a nice lob ball down the field. It's going to be a Palmeiras throw-in in the attacking half. Final third of the game. Okay, looks like it will be Gay taking. Pass it to Rios. Rios now with the ball. Loses it. Who have I got to win? Well, at the moment, it's looking like a 0-0 draw, but I did originally have Porto to win this game 1-0. So, I mean, my prediction's still possible. I thought the teams would be pretty evenly matched, especially the, Palmeiras, very good Brazilian side, Porto, very good Portuguese side, usually. Not this season too much, but usually they are. So I had Porto winning 1-0. And it looks like that there's actually injury here on Mora. A foul just outside the box by Palmeiras. Might be in the box. Let's see. Ooh. I think this is given a free kick, but it might be checked for a penalty here. Yeah, I do think Porto can get the win over the line here, especially with Pepe coming on this late into the game. Fresh set of legs and a fast pair at that. He is very good, Pepe. And it looks like it will be a free kick just. Gomez is having a chat to the referee, questioning how it's a foul. Clear foul. Referee is given the correct call once again. I feel like that the Palmeiras players have, again, they've been complaining so much about the referee, but their calls have been correct. Both teams have been diving a lot, but correct calls, most definitely. Thank you so much, Yazid. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. And yeah, let's see what this free kick is going to entail. Okay, so it looks like it might be Maurice. Let's see. Is this Mora taking? Like the number 74 Mora, I think. Yeah, I think it is. Here we go. Ball coming in, and that is on the wall. That is a bad free kick. Literally shot it straight at the wall, and that was actually Varela. Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't like him, honestly. I haven't seen him through most of this game. He's actually been pretty decent for FC Porto in this game. But yeah, that is not like him at all. Throw in for Porto, though, in the final third of the game. Okay, that's a nice little skill there by Moore, passing it down, and the cross is caught by Weverton. Brilliant cross. Brilliant catch as well. And this is now playing on the left side here. It is Murillo passing to Piqueres. Now it's Moreno. Thank you so much, Leo. Appreciate it. Yeah, and so far it's actually really even. I'm not even joking. It's very, very even. That's why, again, it's 0-0. But so far it looks like Porto might slightly have a better edge in the second half, but Palmeiras were very good in the first half. They were actually very decent, as they usually are in the Brazilian league, the Brazilian Serie A. But yeah, thank you, Leo. Appreciate it for tuning in. And hopefully I'm not butchering these names by these players as well. And this is now lost by Porto. Palmeiras on a breakaway here. We have, looks like, is that Rios now with the ball? Yes, it is. And it looks like that Piqueres is calling. He's open here. He receives the ball nicely. Little 1-2 to Piqueres. Piqueres cross coming in. That was a nice ground cross. However, it is deflected out by Fernandez. One back by Palmeiras here. And, oh, that was a nice chip there. I think that was Rios again. Nice chip. Looks like there might be a shot here. Roque takes a shot, and it is saved by Ramos. Brilliant. Yeah, thank you, Leo. And it's going to be a corner for Palmeiras. Brilliant shot by, is that Roque? Let's have a look. It's number 10. Paulinho, actually. Yes, Paulinho did a brilliant shot there. Initial skills there by Allen. Great. Love that. Yeah, there's just good play by Palmeiras. You know, they've got a nice synergy going, especially in this match. Definitely that, I feel like Porto in the transitionary phase from midfield to attack doesn't have that great synergy that we're seeing from Palmeiras. Though, I think the problem with Palmeiras is sort of the finishing. That's why I was surprised Estevao did get taken off. I feel like he was really their sole finisher, especially in the second half. He's been performing so well. Porto looks like they got some nice talent. Yeah, I know. You love to see it, exactly. Porto, especially subbing on Pepe this late, that's going to be a game changer for them because Pepe is brilliant, especially in these running situations right now that he has here. He's well defended, though, by Murillo. But yeah, Pepe is doing decent in this game, having been coming on this late into the game. Also got Ramos as the goalkeeper. Not usual from Porto. Usually playing Diogo Costa, but he is injured. I also think he's leaving because he's going to Manchester United. But yeah, Porto as well. Yao Mario as well. Brilliant talent too. Love to see it. Just another stats recap, guys. So, Palmeiras, 52% possession. Porto, 48%. 8 shots for Palmeiras and 8 for Porto, so they're even on that front. And both teams have 4 shots on target. 13 fouls committed by Palmeiras and only 9 by Porto. Both teams have a yellow card. And there's 3 corners for Porto to 1 for Palmeiras. Now, I don't know if these stats are full updated. I think these are... No, Porto has now 10 shots. Okay, but they've still got 4 on target each. But yeah, also, both teams have had 2 big chances, which is pretty insane. I don't know how there hasn't been more goals already, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. All right, have that exact same mini fridge. Oh, you got this mini fridge. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love this Coca-Cola mini fridge. I actually got inside here some Sprite, not Coke, unfortunately. And yeah, El Mega Knight. I actually put this up as a joke video. But yeah, now I felt lazy enough just to leave them on there. It's a bit goofy. Love to see Evo Mega Knight players absolutely crushing everyone. Porto gets fouled here, and it looks like it'll be a free kick for Palmeiras. Sorry, Porto. What am I saying? But sleep deprivation really getting to me here. 2:30 a.m. by the way. But yeah, now we got, what's this, Porto playing down the field here. A nice one-touch to Samu. This is Pepe. Gives a cross, and it's just caught by Weatherton. But it looks like there was a foul in the build-up. I don't think the referee's going to call because advantage was played. But yeah, he's not going to call. Not going to call. It's a foul on Pepe himself. Where am I from? I'm from Australia, but I currently live in Saudi. I've been living here for 8.5 years. So, yeah. Also been to New Zealand, too. That's why New Zealand team, Auckland FC, getting absolutely demolished, railed by Bayern 10-0. Porto is saved by their keeper. Yeah, Ramos is coming in clutch with that double save from the first half. That was insane. So, yeah, Ramos really saving Porto in that first half. But then in the second half, I feel like that they have sort of regained a little bit more attacking spirit that we've seen with them in the league, in the La Liga Portugal. But yeah, Palmeiras definitely had a more dominant first half display and a dominant second half at the very start. But yeah, the tides have sort of shifted here almost. And now this is going to be a Palmeiras free kick towards goal. He's asking for a card here. Rios, but he's not going to get one, I don't think, for his opponent, Pepe. Just a light tackle there by Pepe. It's not too bad. Could be a card, arguably. You don't know. And Roque is actually coming off now, finally, for Lopez. It's coming on. Roque didn't do too well of a job today. Not doing great strikes, but yeah, I mean, it's not been a walk in the park for Palmeiras against Porto. And the same can be said about Samu for Porto. He's not really got any strikes on target, really. So it's been almost a bit of embarrassment for the strikers today. Esteval did pretty good, but again, he's more of a right wing than a striker. I guess maybe he's a right centre forward almost. That's a good thing about young quality players. They can play almost anywhere. And it looks like that another player is coming on. Which team do I support in the Club World Cup? Real Madrid. But I'm watching every single game for the Club World Cup live, so that's why I'm wearing random kits. I mean, I got the Inter kit. I don't actually have these two clubs' kits, so I'm just wearing Inter for now. But Any clubs I do have a kit for, I'll wear. Like, I wore Atleti's kit for the Atleti versus PSG game, even though I support Real Madrid. Still, you know, show respect. Which is W's. And this is going to be a Palmeiras throw-in. Let's go. W, Real Madrid. W's, you see it. Love to see the Real Madrid supporters in the chat, you know. But yeah, it's so late for me. 3 a.m. Insane. The next game's actually at 5 a.m. So I'm staying an all-nighter to watch these games. You know, like Palmeiras, they beat your home team in Brazil. Atletico Mineiro. Oh, yeah, Real Madrid goated. Thank you, Leo. Yeah, Real Madrid absolutely insane, you know. And yeah, Palmeiras probably going to get beat here. I can say I do think Porto have had more advantage here. Will you guys be going for anyone in the Botafogo versus Seattle Sounders match? Because I think Botafogo will easily win that one. Probably a couple of nil, like maybe 3 or 4 goals. Maybe Seattle Sounders get a consolation, but yeah, Botafogo easy win. Palmeiras on an attack here. Now it's Piqueires who gives a nice cross. Porto just clear that out of the box there. Botafogo, yeah. Botafogo W's, you know. Yeah, Hala Madrid. And that is a close chance by Palmeiras there. Very close. Lopez actually gets a nice header on that, and it just goes wide of the goalpost. And it looks like that is going to be a corner most likely. Let's have a look at this chance here. So Piqueires does do a nice, brilliant cross there to the new substitute who's just come on for Roque. And yeah, deflected off of the Porto centre-back's arm, is it? Not really an arm. Pedro. It's more as like back, and it's gone out for a corner. Hala Madrid been a fan since ever since CR7 era, also the GOAT. Yeah, CR7 GOAT. Got CR7 right here. So let's go. Since I live in Saudi, I actually got a season pass to Al Nassr for this season. Once I found out CR7 was staying, I really wanted him to stay because I'm going to university in Riyadh, so I really wanted him to stay so I could go watch their matches every week. But yeah, I'm so happy now that I can go do that. Love CR7, love Real Madrid, my favorite club of all time. And yeah, hopefully Real Madrid can win this trophy. I think they can. They definitely have a big chance, you know, because new signings, Trent, Højdensen. I feel like as well we got a nice depth full midfield now, especially with a couple of new players coming in, especially the guy from River Plate. I forgot his name, it's like Mastuano. And no, I don't speak Arabic at the moment. That's why I'm going to university, actually. In my university course, is going to be a 1-year Arabic fluency course. But yeah, I haven't really spoken Arabic because the schools I went to didn't teach it. And also my dog's just yawning next to me. Yeah, so hopefully the university will teach it to me well, and I should be fluent by next year. W's you Z as well. You speak Arabic, W's. Yeah, hopefully Real Madrid does defeat Al Hilal, since I do support Al Nassr, which is the like arch rivals of Hilal. Hopefully they get that win in their first. That's probably the hardest game in the group, honestly, because Hilal have a strong squad, especially with Inzaghi. And thank you, Leo. Thank you, Lazid, as well. Appreciate you guys. And there's one final substitution here. Double substitution for Porto. We've got Varela and Fabio Vieira coming off. And it looks like that the two substitutes coming on. Go to sleep, Speedy. Sorry, I'm telling my dog to go to sleep. Go to sleep. Perez and Andre Franco are coming on. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam. Kif hal? And we got, yes, the two final substitutes coming on here for Porto. Hopefully they can make a big difference. 10 minutes left. Probably around 12 in total. So yeah, W's. Only English and Portuguese fluently, no Arabic. See? Yeah, Portuguese, you know, I really want to learn that, you know. And there's a chance for Palmeiras, deflected by Porto. Wow, that was a really random chance there. The ball just lays out to the outside the box there, where I think Palmeiras DM is. Just goes and flangs that straight at the goal, but luckily it's deflected away. Oh, that's cool, Leo, actually. That's pretty cool. Come here, Speedy. Don't bark at 3 a.m. in the morning. You're going to wake up everyone. Just calm down. Calm down, Speedy. Hopefully my dog calms down a little bit. Okay. It's hard for people to learn. Yeah, Arabic's pretty hard to learn. Like, that's why I haven't even really got the full coverage. You know, I can read it well. I can actually write it well. Just can't speak it. Like, as in, understand what I'm speaking, you know. So much different stuff, you know. It's really about, if you're younger, it's easier, I feel like. But, you know, everyone can do it eventually. Palmeiras taking a corner here. Low diving corner. And that is saved off the line by Ramos there. Another save by Porto's keeper. Really keeping Porto in the game here. Palmeiras can't believe that how this hasn't been a goal. And this looks like this game is going to be a 0-0 again. Similar style of game, really, to Inter Miami versus Ahli Egypt. But, yeah. Definitely is going to be another 0-0, unfortunately, here. Unless Palmeiras can really do something in this final few minutes here. We got 8 minutes left. Also, Porto can do something too. Speak English, French, Arabic, and Spanish. Wow, Yazid. That is multilinguist at its finest there, bro. W's to you. That's actually insane. Yeah, goalkeeper is carrying this match a little bit for Porto. They really need to step up the attacking game, really. Samu hasn't been great. I don't know why he stayed on the whole game. He's really not done much. Should have done what Palmeiras has really done here and sort of switched up the whole attack. Because it gives some people different chances. Also might shift the gameplay style, makes the defenders slightly more confused. And change their tactics, you know. You're from Algeria and you live in France. Oh, wow, Yazid. Wow, I'd love to actually visit Algeria one time, you know. Because I've already visited France, but Algeria actually seems like a really nice country. Riyad Mahrez country. Zidane as well, with his heritage. Yeah, W Algeria. And Porto playing this one out here. This is now Pepe. Passes around side to, is that Valeria, I think? Got it from French. And it looks like this is going all the way out to the side here. We got number 20 for Porto playing this back. It's a nice through ball, and that is deflected off of Gomez, it looks like. Porto playing this one inside. Ooh! Just kept it out by Gomez again. Clutching up, it looks like. Once again. And hello, Muldy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Still 0-0. About 6 minutes, 7 minutes to go. If there's a goal any second now, that'll be pretty tide-changing, really, for the whole group here. Palmeiras does receive the ball outside the box here. And it is Palmeiras passing around still. Trying to find a little bit of an opening here in Porto's strong defense, actually. They've gone full defensive mode. I think it's now or never to not sort of prevent a goal. And that is deflected straight out. Palmeiras might take a shot here. Here we go. Take a shot. And it's deflected straight away by Porto. Why does Portugal have so many good keepers? You know, Portuguese heritage, you know, just like Germany with their keepers, you know. Portugal have good keepers. We had Jose Sá, Diogo Costa. We have Ramos. You know, so many good ones. There's probably a bunch more too, you know. A ton of good keepers. Yeah, still 0-0, Muldi. Hope I'm saying your name right as well, bro. Still 0-0. Also, I really want to use the goal animation. Look, if it's still 0-0 by the end, I'll show the goal animation to you guys, because the scoreboard on my other ones, I showed it to some of the other chat on the previous streams, but yeah, the scoreboard's got special goal animations, so yeah, we'll wait. I think it's pretty cool. One final substitution for Palmeiras. There's about 5 minutes left on this game here. My dog panting next to me. Just go to sleep. Why are you barking? And Palmeiras headers that ball down the field there after a goal kick from Ramos. Trying to bring the ball up here for one final push, it looks like. There could be one more after this, but I think Porto really retain possession after this one if it fails and, you know, bring it down the field for a Porto attack. Palmeiras still with the ball here after a slight header tussle. Passing around. Gomez passes out to one of the new substitutes. And it looks like that Piqueres is calling. Piqueres is calling. Speedy, come here. Come here. Come here. Does not receive it. Piqueres. Now with the ball. Okay, he's doing nice 1-2s with everyone. Actually, that's pretty insane. And there goes a header, and that is cleared away by Porto. Okay, nice clearance away. And now a second ball's coming in, and looks like that Ramos couldn't really get his hands on that one. Luckily, that Porto do clear that one out of the box once again. Palmeiras on the attack again. This is like the 5th consecutive attack here. I'm pretty insane. We got now on the side here, Vega just passing. Thinking about Miami getting a spot in the Club World Cup. Yeah, I don't really believe that was fair. I really think LA Galaxy should have got that spot there as the winners of the MLS. Both Group A matches are boring. Yeah, both Group A matches indeed were terrible. I did not like these matches for Group A. This one more entertaining than the last one, I have to say. But again, 2 0-0 matches in one group. That's actually pretty... It's not that great. But... yeah, Miami shouldn't have got that spot. Supporters' Shield is nothing compared to the actual league. So, Inter Miami should have really won the league, you know. Got out in the playoffs. I can't remember who to, but LA Galaxy did win the playoffs, so they should have really been in this cup. Don't know why they aren't. That's why LA Riots started. Yeah, exactly, you know. I definitely signed the Riots because La Galaxy not in it. I actually call them La Galaxy for sure. It just sounds better, you know. It sounds more football-y. Don't know if other people do that, but yeah. LA Galaxy just got better talent too. Like, Inter Miami really not got the best talent. Like, I mean, they've got Barcelona players, but they're like U40 Barca players, let's be honest. Regardless of their past, you know. They are older, and so it's going to be harder for them really to present as a sort of viable option to win a match. You know, how old am I? I'm 18. Just turned 18 2 weeks ago, actually. Or maybe a week ago, let's see. It was June 3rd, so... yeah, 2 weeks ago. They have a ref in their team. Yeah, exactly, you know. I'm not... No further comments on that. No further comments, in case FIFA wants to hire me as a broadcaster in the future. No further comments. And... thank you so much, Leo. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I had a good birthday when it was the day. There's actually a yellow card here for Porto. But, yeah, honestly, I feel like that these Group A matches haven't been too entertaining. That Bayern one was very... I love the 10-0, you know. Oh, wow, Yazid. You know, 18... honestly, when I turned 18, nothing much really changed. Like, I still feel 17. I don't honestly feel any different. Don't know why my dog keeps walking away from me. But yeah, I just feel the same. Feel like I just have to keep going, you know, and keep just being myself. It's W's. So 4 minutes additional time. Clock has stopped on our little timer there, but I'll just tell you when the full time happens. Just passing around. Palmeiras are... they're on one final little break here. I'm actually surprised 4 minutes in itself. 17-2. W17, gang, you know? W17. I would have been 17 with you guys like last week, or 2 weeks ago, but yeah. Now, odd one out here. You know, technically we still pretend we're 17, you know, because, I mean, it's not that big of a difference. I feel like the most big difference is 20 to 21. I feel like that would be a huge difference, really, in... like life, or 19 to 20, actually. 20, I think, should be like a big number, but yeah. I'm an unk now, exactly. An unk. Bro, what is my dog? Just get here. Sleep. It's 3 a.m. Why are you not sleeping? It's 3. I'm not sleeping because I'm watching, but you aren't doing anything. Okay, and this is a good chance by Palmeiras here, who just kick it out. It's going to be a throw-in for Palmeiras with 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go for Palmeiras to get a goal and not make this a 0-0 ball match to death. As born in Brazil, as America moved here. Oh, wow. You going to any of these matches, Leo, or are you just watching them on the TV? I would love to honestly go to one of these, but I can't at the moment. I'm trying to go and aim for this channel to be able to supply me to go to the World Cup by 2026, you know, FIFA World Cup. But yeah, I wish I'd be able to go to these, but I can't. Love the diversity though, guys. Love it. And now we've just got Porto now playing it kind of forward here. Palmeiras do lose the ball. And this is the final 30 seconds of the game. Ramos is really going to have to kick this one down the field if he wants Porto to really get a goal here in the last couple of seconds. Yeah, he's calling everyone to go down. 10 seconds left in this match. It's now or never to get a goal. And here we go. Palmeiras just headed it straight out. It's going to be full-time 0-0. It's actually going to be a 0-0 full-time. No, because no matches in Dallas. Oh, yeah. And I always think USA, when you think about it, you think, oh, it's just a country, but it's actually so big, all the different states. So, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, Leo. Well, W's, guys. That match is over, 0-0. Here, I'll show you what the score thing looks like. Let's say if Porto scored, it looks like that. But, yeah, we didn't get used that one. So, 0-0. Again, another Group A 0-0 ball fest. So now we've got all Group A teams on 1 point, which I'm so surprised by. I really thought that there would be big point differences in this group, especially with the quality of teams diversing here. But yeah, guys, we'll be live again at 5 a.m. my time. Currently, it's 3 a.m. my time, so in 2 hours, 2 hours, Leo, I'll be live watching the Botafogo versus the Seattle Sounders match. And no problem, Yazid. I appreciate you guys for tuning in now. You know, I'm fine. And I'm actually live for all of the Club World Cup games. I'm also going to be live for some stuff in between, like I do some games. I also do cooking streams, in real life stuff, just variety, you know. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. And make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yes, W, Leo. I'll see you there. And I'll see you guys, for anyone else who's coming, in the Botafogo versus Seattle Sounders stream in 2 hours. Bye-bye, and thank you, guys.